Hibernation is a naturally occurring process in many animals such as bears, snakes, ground squirrels, and chipmunks. They go into the hibernation mode due to extreme cold weather and reduced food availability. Wish we humans could do that as well, right? Wouldn't that be so cool? I mean, just imagine sleeping for months. That's a dream come true, right? Now, what if I told you that this dream might actually become true? Before I carry on and explain how, don't forget to subscribe to our channel. We post interesting biology related videos every Tuesday. Subscribed? Great! Let's get started. Many people, particularly scientists, have always had this curiosity in them which has propelled them to go one step ahead to defy nature's rules for the betterment of humanity. There are two main reasons why our species don't hibernate. First, being our ancestors were evolved to metabolically adapt to sustain the weather, and second, they discovered alternatives to fight the harsh environment such as fire, clothes, and shelter. So scientists came with a way to confront these restrictions that prevent us from going into a deep sleep. Oh, sorry, hibernation isn't the same as sleep, as there are many differences between these phenomena. In contrast to sleep, during hibernation, torpor creates a sleep-deprived state which has a big impact on the brain. Due to the absence of nutrients and blood in the passive state, the brain can be very sensitive to lack of oxygen, therefore more susceptible to damage. Another way the brain can be affected is by the reduction in the synaptic connections that are very vital to preserve memories. Now, before we dive into how one can achieve human hibernation and the ongoing research, let's talk about cold storage. A very fascinating case of Miss Anna Backelholm, a Swedish radiologist, was documented when she met with an accident on a skiing holiday. Unfortunately, she crashed her head into a frozen stream and was trapped under ice for a shocking 80 minutes. Her heartbeat stopped and she couldn't breathe. Her body temperature dropped to 13.7 degrees centigrade, which is the lowest ever recorded. This seemed like an impossible case to resolve. But after 10 days of spending in the ICU and careful rewarming, she finally woke up. This was an escape from the dead, considering she wasn't breathing for over an hour. Now, how did this happen? Let's take a look. When one's body temperature goes down, the metabolic rate drops too, around 5 to 7% for every degree. This results in the reduction of the consumption rate of nutrients like oxygen. All the tissues and cells become deprived of oxygen due to blood loss. With the reducing temperatures, all the metabolic and biological processes would slowly come to standstill and the person would be in a state of complete suspension. It would be like the entire clock has stopped for you. One can easily come out of this stationary phase. All you would need is the magical touch of heat. That's it. This technique is used by doctors. Samuel Tischerman, a surgeon at the University of Maryland, is studying EPR, which is emergency preservation and resuscitation. Here, the patient whose heart stops beating is cooled down by pumping ice-cold fluids through their veins, eventually chilling them. Not just doctors and scientists, NASA too is funding the research on long-term hibernation as a way to successfully plan long-term space travel. This can be used to travel very long distances, which would take years. The only thing that needs to be taken care of is the metabolic rate, which has to be slowed down. According to an aerospace engineer, John Bradford, who worked with the agency, said that the most obvious benefit of slowing down the metabolism is needing less food. NASA developed a human hibernation protocol where one crew member would be awake for 2 weeks, whereas the others hibernate. They would be kept in small hibernation pods. For those who have seen the 2016 movie Passengers, starring Jennifer Lawrence and Chris Pratt, I think you know what I'm talking about. This sounds amazing, doesn't it? But putting this theory to reality comes with a great risk. The biggest challenge is to control the loss of energy while in a torpor state due to shivering. In hospitals, it is done by administering heavy sedatives, but for a person to take such drugs for weeks or even months can be very dangerous. Another thing to be kept in mind is that unlike plants, the human body doesn't store food reserves and the crew passengers would have to be fed through a tube. Considering this, it can be said that human hibernation is very much possible and it can be put into action if the above mentioned complications are taken care of. We might be able to save more patients and might be able to discover many stars and planets in the future that we never knew existed. With this, I conclude today's video. We hope you like it, and if you did, then don't forget to like, share and subscribe and press that bell icon to turn on post notifications so that you don't miss our further content. We share interesting videos every Tuesday. Also, comment down below letting us know about your thoughts on human hibernation. We would love to hear from you. Apart from this video, we also have an article, Is Human Hibernation Possible?, which gives you a more detailed idea about this topic. The link is put up in the description down below. This is BioTimes signing out, and we hope you have a great week ahead. With this, I conclude today's video. We hope you like it. And if you didn't like the video, press like. What am I saying?